Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your man, 100 Grand Ross for The Rock Never Stops. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Tyrese Maxey should be the number two option for the Philadelphia 76ers. And if James Harden and Doc Rivers don't get on the same page, it could ruin the Philadelphia 76ers season and their chance for a championship. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button for me, hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. Truly appreciate all the love and support. Look, I'm not doing this because I'm hating on Harden. I'm doing this because I'm a realist. I do it because I call it like I see it. I'm your man, 100 grand. I'm going to keep it real with you. James Harden, Houston James Harden is never coming back. What made him special wasn't just his skill level and basketball IQ, but it was his explosiveness, his athleticism that was able to put him over the top to impose that skill and IQ. The reality is he ain't got that explosiveness no more. And so right now he's moved into his Derrick Rose phase. He's moved into his second half of his career where it's about footwork, it's about IQ, it's about positioning, it's about making sure that you maximize your strengths against another player's weaknesses. But the reality is, James Harden has never been a high motor individual who is constantly looking to expose those opportunities like a Michael Jordan or a Kobe Bryant did, or even a LeBron James is currently doing, where they're like, look, I'm not going to explode on you every single time, but what I am going to do is I'm going to look for every opportunity to exploit you. And so I'm going to use my mind as in a chess match to be able to beat you. Now, the big difference is James Harden is playing with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. James Harden is playing on a team where he's no longer the number one option. So it's not like they're all set up to support him in making this transition into the second half of his career, which is why I said his transition is closer to what Derrick Rose is going through right now, where it's like, look, you can still be very effective using quickness, because quickness you can kind of maintain through injuries, just not the explosiveness. And as you get older, you can't necessarily blow past guys, but you can catch them off center. You can catch them out of position. And so what you have to do is utilize your IQ, utilize your focus, and you have to play a chess match throughout the game. Now, let me be real with y'all. James Harden getting hot in the first half was the worst thing that could have happened for the Philadelphia 76ers and James Harden making this transition into who he is going to become. Because for a moment there, he actually began to believe that he was still Houston James Harden. He began to believe who he used to be is who he still is. And the team got kind of thrown off because instead of being able to say, hey, let's make sure Tyrese Maxey is balling and doing his thing, Joel Embiid is doing his thing, and then James Harden can come in as a floor spacer, take advantage of the third, best perimeter defender, make sure Tobias Harris is eating. Instead of that, he tried to keep being him. He tried to keep being who he used to be. And as a result, the Philadelphia 76ers walked into the second half and completely fell behind. They lost control. Because James Harden was no longer red hot. The 76ers were no longer red hot. And the problem is many times when teams rely upon being red hot is that it's not sustainable. Nobody's going to stay that hot for a full game. And so what you have to do is make sure that you're still executing. You have to make sure that you're still running your system. You have to still make sure that you're getting the easy buckets that your system is meant to allow you to find. But if you saw the first half of this game against Boston Celtics, they weren't finding many easy shots. It was hard work every single time. And what James Harden needed to do was maintain the focus of, hey, let's make sure Tyrese Maxey is the one carrying us through, not me being hot. But I digress. At the end of the day, James Harden is going to have to figure it out. He's going to have to accept that he is no longer who he used to be. Because if he can't, he's going to end up like Allen Iverson, where he peaks, and as soon as he starts to decline, nobody really wants him. He goes to Detroit, he goes to Denver, and then he's gone. because for some reason he wasn't able to be a different version of himself. And this is the problem when you can't accept change. The reality is change comes for all of us. And if you can't adapt, then you end up getting left behind. And it's a sad thing to see. It's a sad thing to see because I had hopes that James Harden would have accepted Tyrese Maxey and showing that he was ascending last season in the playoffs. He showed that he was worth hitching your bandwagon to. He showed that he was worth being that dude. And in the second half of this game, when James Harden was fading and wasn't stepping up, Tyrese Maxey was just like, forget about it, give me the ball. And you saw him begin to try to impose his will. But the reality is James Harden should have been encouraging that this whole game. He should have been the one looking at Maxey like, yo, it's your moment. It's your time. Go ahead, young buck. And not trying to be that dude himself. So we're going to see how the rest of the season goes. But this was not a good start. This was not a good start. And this team is going to have to look themselves in the mirror and accept who they are. This is Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey's team. And if anything, I'm going to be honest with you, there were times where Tyrese Maxey seemed like he had more heart to assert himself in key moments and try to keep his team in this game and take the game back and get control of it when Joel Embiid was turning the ball over and over again. He seemed like he wasn't ready for the moment. But Tyrese Maxey was. And I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't be shocked if in another couple of seasons this is Tyrese Maxey's team because Joel Embiid, let's just say he's left a lot wanting. And I'm going to get in on him later on. But let me know what you think. James Harden, what do you think this season outlook is for him? Do you think that the first half was a fluke or the second half was a fluke? I'm going to holler at y'all in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And I'm going to get at y'all. Catch this Warrior game. Peace.